Hi guys, this is Scribbly again with another stationery review, and today I have the Lamy Dialog for you. Very interesting pen. I have been sent this pen by Appelboom Pennen in the Netherlands for review. Thanks a lot to my friends over there at Appelboom Pennen. Worked together with them since very many years. Always fantastic to be able to get their assistance to bring you all those products, or at least parts of the products that you see here on my channel, so that I'm able to review those for you and share with you my impressions. The Lamy Dialog, as said, is a very interesting pen because it's a retractable fountain pens, and there aren't that many out there. There is a couple of different versions of the Pilot, capless / vanishing point, of course, and Platinum also has one of these retractable fountain pens. But as said, there may be a couple more. As said, there aren't that many, so very interesting pen. We look at that in a moment. Since the Lamy Dialog is one of Lamy's flagship pens, it does come in this and I have fairly large hands, in this, in my opinion, environmentally and climate-wise exaggeratedly large box. I do like the design though. This very minimalist gray cardboard has a bit of a structure, says Lamy right here. It is very nice, but obviously, you know, a third of the size would do the trick. Lamy design, made in Germany. It is, of course, beautiful to receive a pen like this, presented like this. For sure, it does look good. Let's open that one up, and I'll do that here rather briefly. You get a packet of cartridges that get you started. The pen comes with a converter, which is also great. There's like a little screw that was in that plastic bag right here that is used for cleaning the pen. Show you how that works in a second. And then you get like a rather elaborate booklet right here, which of course is nice for a pen that costs 260-ish euro. Talks a little bit about why this is a technological masterpiece and so on. You know, it won awards and it has a twist action. And then it talks about Franco Clivio, who is the person that has designed that pen. As you know, Lamy, or maybe you don't know, then I'll tell you that now. Lamy does always or often commission designers, industrial designers, architects, or something like that to design pens for them. And this here, as said, is designed by Mr. Franco Clivio. You know, that's warranty and all that. There you have it. But let's look at a pen. Lamy Dialog. This one here is the what they call piano black version, a highly glossy black pen. There is also a matte black version of it if you're not a glossy person. There is a silver palladium version of it, and there is a glossy white version of it, which is called piano white. I do like this black here quite a bit. It's a little bit of a fingerprint magnet, but as you can see right here, it's not that bad. I am actually not even sure if you can see the fingerprints. You can certainly see them on the clip. I'm not sure if the camera allows you to see them on the pen body. I can see them with my eyes, but as said, is not very bad. The pen is sort of like a, what do you want to call that? Like a extended pill shape, right? I mean, it's a cylinder and then it's rounded at the front and rounded at the end. Of course, not completely rounded at the front because that's where the nib will extend. Show you that in a second as well. But that's essentially the design of it. Highly black glossy finish, of course. Says Lamy right here. I think it's like a very minimalist yet extremely modern design. Looks a little bit like spaceship-ish, but in a very nice minimalist way. Does have a line work right around here, which will then sort of like break up when you extend the nib. That's how that works, right? It's like a twist action mechanism that you like give it half a twist. As you see, the line will then sort of like lay on the exact opposite side of the barrel. So that is like half a twist, and that half a twist will then extend this beautiful 14K Lamy gold nib. Interesting enough, this nib has tarnished a little bit back here. I actually don't know why. It's the first time ever that happened to me on a Lamy gold nib. I mean, of course, it doesn't impair functionality at all, but it is tarnished a little bit. And let me just like lower the light just a bit, because I do believe that you might be able to see the nib imprint a little bit better then. Says F for fine. No, EF for extra fine. Sorry, this is very small. EF for extra fine, 14K for the 14K gold, 585 gold content, and then Lamy. Had to read that actually not through the viewfinder here, but it's Lamy's gold nib right here. And then if you turn the action back right here, that is how you will then get the nib back into the barrel. I was just adjusting the light once more so that it gets a little bit brighter again. The interesting thing about this clip here is that it sticks out a little more when the nib is not engaged, just so it becomes a bit easier for you to slide it into a shirt pocket or pen pouch. It is it's not really spring loaded, but it's hinged or something like that, which makes it easy to slide it into a pen or shirt pocket. It is also shaped like that, which also makes it a lot easier to slide it under fabric. When you then engage the nib, I'm not sure how well you can see that, the clip will recede a little bit into the body, which makes it more comfortable to grip. It's not a lot, it's maybe a millimeter or so. I do believe you could see it coming up, and you see it, I think coming up you see better than it going down. As said, it's not a lot. I'm not sure it makes a huge difference, but I mean, that's what the clip does, right? It just like goes up and down. Right here in front, you have what Lamy calls a ball valve. Let's see if you can see that. If I engage the pen, you see that sliding down right here. That's sort of like a ball-shaped valve right here. Says based by the way, Germany down here. I'm seeing that right now here myself. And that is how the nib then does come out. And goes back in. And that ball valve then closes the garage shut, if you will, and prevents the nib from drying out. Very cool mechanism. Goes very fast, right? Makes the pen a rather quick note taker. Opening up the pen, you do, of course, then in the other direction. That's what that looks like. The nib mechanism sits in here. You can put the converter in or the Lamy T10 cartridges, which of course are proprietary. You have some knurling right here so that you're able to grip onto it in a nice way. And then you can basically screw out the nib unit. Looks a little bit like the nib unit or the construction that you more or less have in a pilot capless / vanishing point. So then you can sort of like clean that one out. And if you want to clean this part here out, of course, that's a bit difficult when this ball valve here is shut, which is why you're getting this additional screw, because you screw that on here and you can then use that to basically mimic the twisting of this body here. Gives you a nice grip with that knurling, and then you can use that to basically open that ball valve, and then you have this open pipe here, which is very, very easy to flush. Yeah, and then you can engage again. Looks cool. Can remove that and put the pen back together. Just wanted to show you that. The one thing, I don't know if you have noticed it while I'm operating the pen right here, but it's just something that I want to point out. I don't always find it all too easy to open and close the pen. You know, it's a bit hard for me because like I do have a bit wettish hands. I'm sitting here in my office. There's the camera light, and you know, I'm operating this pen, which makes my hand a little bit wettish. Like I don't have a tendency to get exaggeratedly wet hands, but if you get a little bit wettish hands, I do find it quite difficult to actually operate this this piano black finish right here, because it is glossy, it is very slick, and makes it a little bit hard to operate the pen. I noticed that a couple of times. It's not a deal breaker, but it's something that yeah, does annoy me just a little bit. Pen in hand is great. I mean, it has a nice length, at least when closed. I'll get to that in a second. It has a very nice girth, pretty perfect size to hold on to. There's this one little thing that always annoys me as a lefty, is that, you know, when I hold the pen in my hand, I can't read the Lamy logo. It's, of course, righty designed, as with so many stationary objects in this world. Nib extended. And again, a bit difficult for me to operate it. I mean, I don't know. I do find the pen rather long. For me personally, it's too long, and I already do have large hands, large-ish hands. I'm pretty sure that if you have smaller hands to tiny hands, that pen will become way too long for you. It's not uncomfortable, it's not unbalanced, because it's a very, very light barrel, and the heft lays, of course, here with this rather heavy steel metal construction nib mechanism and the clip and all of that. So it's definitely, you know, it's not front heavy, but you do feel that the heft of the pen is right here, which of course is great. So it's not unbalanced as said, but I do find it kinda unwieldy. And I mean, I can show you that, you know, like let's do size comparisons right here. My standard size reference pen, the Lamy Safari. So when they're closed, they're pretty much the same length. Mind you, the Lamy Safari is already a rather lengthy pen. Let's uncap them. So the Lamy Safari now uncapped, obviously nib extended, is already a tad shorter than the Lamy Dialog, while the Lamy Dialog does not even have the nib extended yet. If I now extend the nib of that Lamy Dialog, then I think it's fair to say that that Lamy Dialog is probably 2.5, 3 centimeters longer than the already rather long Lamy Safari. I have a Pelikan M1000 here. I've already uncapped it. The Pelikan M1000 is a rather long pen. And also the Pelikan M1000 is quite a bit shorter than this now nib extended Lamy Dialog right here. So, you know, that pen in hand is all right, sticks out like 2-3 centimeters. That's how it probably should be. In comparison, this pen in hand, and I don't tend to hand it, if you hold your pen maybe somewhere up here, which I don't know who does, then it's maybe okay. But if you hold your pen down here, as said, you know, you see by how much this pen sticks out here. Comparison again. Yeah, Lamy Safari, Lamy Dialog. I think I would have cut that pen off here. There's this new Lamy Dialog CC. I hope to get my hands on that soon. It's a clipless Lamy Dialog. I do believe it's a much shorter version of the Lamy Dialog. Probably a better length. I'm trying to get my hands on one of those also to review for you. Let's do a writing sample. These 14K nibs here write really, really nice. I can already tell you that. Pen didn't even dry up really in the course of the review, and I had uncapped it for quite a while. Let's do some writing. It's a wonderful writer. Very wet for an EF. Very, very soft, very bouncy. I really love those EF nibs. They also have like a fantastic architect character, these 14K gold nibs, at least the fine ones. And I think you don't have a hard time seeing that. The downstrokes are a lot finer than the cross strokes, which with such a springy nib gives you this like very nice, very pronounced, very expressive writing, which I do find very, very beautiful. In short, is a very cool pen design, is a fantastic writer. The price, 260 euro, I think is totally fine. Is even for one of the flagship pens, you know, with a gold nib and so on. I mean, just for reference, Pelikan M400, I think, sets you back 300 euro. I think a Graf von Faber-Castell Guilloche also sets you back 300 euro. So with 260 euro, this is even less expensive. So the price definitely is totally okay. The only two drawbacks that I have is that at least with this like glossy finish, sometimes a bit hard to open the pen. That's probably better with the matte finish or with the palladium finish. I'm not sure, I didn't have them in the hand. And as said, like I do find the pen quite a bit long, but that's that. Otherwise, this is like a very beautiful, sleek, modern slash minimalist pen design. I like it a lot. Thanks again to my friends over at Appelboom Pennen for shipping this pen for review so that I could bring this to you. That's it. Hope the review was helpful. As always, see you at the next review. Ciao, ciao.